think we're back on both. I think we're back on both. Of all fucking days. Jesus Christ. I can only apologise, chat. We waited 2 fucking weeks to put in hours and hours of prep into this, and then the moment I'm fucking doing it, internet and PC decided to be a cunt. Yeah, honestly, you couldn't fucking script it. Couldn't fucking script it. Oh, I know, I need to fix the camera as well. Every time I turn the PC on, for some reason it resets my camera zoom. Don't know why. Saves all of the other settings, just resets the fucking camera zoom. Right. Where the fuck were we? Allow me 10 minutes of being in a mood and getting it out of my system. '13th of January, thank you, George. Do cancel the auto renewal, please. I need a fucking Mario Balotelli t-shirt. Why always me? Thank you, George. Be the Realistic Rtg V2 Patreon players should be the post that you saw. Indeed it was. Right, so we'll finish recording this here's how to use the spreadsheet video, and then we'll make your player before we record episode 1 of the RTG. I just need to find out where the fuck I was in the process of making that video. Per season, we'll add 1 coach, but he'll be 1 star and cost £2,000 a week, which we will nullify and not use. All of your other financial data goes in here. Now, to get your starting balance, as you'll see by the rules set, I use Football Manager to give me my club's starting balance. By all means, put whichever number in there you wish, but when you start, your spend tracker will read empty here. So what you'll have to do is enter a figure. On my top right corner of any cell does, and how to use it as an extra, here's how you do something. Right, okay. So we're about to get to the meat of the sandwich. Where's blank? That's blank. Yeah, good, thank you, Devi. David, how are you, mate? Right, thank you all for coming back and being patient. I appreciate it. Again, I apologise. I think I need to get Matt round to have a look. figure out the DNS. So it used to happen all the time, then it stopped. And it's like random once every few weeks. But when it decides it wants to be a cunt, it's a cunt. We did 2 weeks worth of prep for this save. The stream didn't drop once. I get half an hour into the first stream. Okay. Let's continue on, shall we? Now we get to the meat of the sandwich, so to speak. The meat of the spreadsheet. This is going to be the key area for everything non-financial and everything related to your squad. You've seen how this works by the last area or last season of the spreadsheet. In fact, actually, hang on. Let me. There's an idea. As a comparison, this is what the last financial spreadsheet looked like. This is my Cambridge save from last year, and you can notice all of the figures are entered here, money in and money out, and then tracked here. Again, the only thing you manually need to do for your opening season balance is the one figure in there. Everything else will auto-populate going from season to season. But that's how you enter it in. Again, to reiterate, you are not putting player sold or player purchased figures in this spend tracker. It's done on the squad tracker, which is new for this new spreadsheet. You will, however, on this spend tracker, put things like signing bonuses and sell-on fees received or given. So the meat in the sandwich, the meat in the spreadsheet, is this squad tracker. You will enter in here all of your current player data season 1. And then I'll go through and show you how to use the financial info here. And also, obviously, the player stats. And it scrolls across the bottom here as well. And eligibility is there also, which is new for this year. You will have noticed that on the squad tracker in the current filled out ready for episode 1 Bradford. That's the wrong one. In the current episode 1 filled out for Bradford spreadsheet, which is this one. I have my squad tracker already filled out here, and as such, season 1 is completely filled there, whereas here, obviously, season 1 is still blank at the moment. Your cells will read calc. Don't worry. That's as per design. It's because there's no data in there yet. Once you enter the data where it's supposed to go, this will all auto-fill, as you see, in the other spreadsheet, which is going to be here. Forgive me, I've got like 5 spreadsheets open at the same time. So once you enter all of your data in here, in the manner in which I've entered it here, then that will autofill for season 1. Your financial figures on the right-hand side will fill out once you've started your spend tracker. And obviously, once you've entered everybody's wages in here, then that will autofill the wage budget parameters here. Again, the only manual input is the original wage budget and the original season 1 opening balance. That's all you need to do. This up here auto-populates. You only need to enter that season 1 opening balance here. So the squad tracker, initially for season 1, it all reads as you would expect it to. It looks very familiar. Goalkeeper, basically, positions, ratings, name, age, wage, contract length currently. If someone is in on loan, put their parent club in here. If someone is out on loan, put the club that they've gone to here. Wages, obviously, if you're paying all of their wages, you put 100%. If you're paying part of their wages as per they've gone out on loan and the club they're playing at is paying some of their wages, or they've come in on loan and you're paying part of their wages, depending on what you've negotiated in game, that's what you put as a percentage here for the wage. These are players that are in on loan IRL already, so by default I've just gone 50-50 to start with, and of course that will auto-populate and auto-update with what wages you are paying here over on your wage budget. This is why I want to make sure I get this right. We'll come to the financial information in a moment with regards players in and players out. what we'll stick with for now is your current initial Season 1 squad. So at the end of the season, obviously, you will put in all of their data here with regards to player stats. That's found in the squad hub. So, for example, let's say Sam Walker played 55 games, scored 2 goals, why not? Got 2 assists, kept 17 clean sheets, we're praying, got 4 yellows and 1 red. You will notice on the stats dashboard, that has auto-populated here in all of the correct areas, and that's will be the case for all of these stats. You will have to manually enter these and manually do the maths each season. So, for example, Season 2, Sam Walker stayed. He played another 35 games for me, so that will go up to 80. No, it won't go up to 90, well done, maths. He scored another 1 goal, so that takes it to 3. Scored another, or got another 2 assists, so that takes that to 4. Kept another 13 clean sheets, goes to 30, etc., etc. And again, we'll auto-update here, so you can see for the whole save who are your highest figures in those specific areas. Now, you will manually do this every season, at the end of each season. The registration, the eligibility, factors in the real-life rules for the given competitions. Now, with the download, I will include the screenshots that I sent to Andy with the rules for each competition. This is something you're going to have to keep a keen eye on to make sure that the eligibility is correct here with yes or no, Y or N, so that it tracks correctly as to whether your squad is eligible or not for any given competition. Again, this all auto-populates and it knows in the background whether someone is or isn't eligible depending on your Y or N in this column. For example, in League 2, goalkeepers don't need to be registered, so their eligibility here is listed as N, but they are available to play because it registers them as being able to play here. In this tab here, it shows you which competitions any player is available for given their eligibility. So even though it's N on the eligibility tab, because they're goalkeepers, they are eligible to play in League 1, 2, the Championship and the Premier League. However, League 1 and 2 only for Colin and Sam Walker, because in the higher divisions, goalkeepers do have to be registered. In Leagues 1 and 2, goalkeepers don't have to be registered. Zach is available in the Championship and Premier League because he's under 21. That's another caveat. Under 21 players are eligible without being registered. It's a real-life rule to help promote bringing through youth talent, etc. So in the squads tracker, anyone that is under 21 in this age column is listed as N for eligibility because you don't have to make them eligible, but they will be available in the competitions listed here. Once they turn 21, you will change that to Y because you will have to register them as per the rules of that competition, and as such it will change here, auto-populate and show you which competitions they are available for. We'll also tell you if you're over or under your current registration. So for example, for League 1 and 2, I'm only allowed to register 22 players, but thanks to not having to register the goalkeepers or under 21 players, I can have a larger squad than 22 because I don't need to register some of the players. When they get old enough, I will have to register them, and as such, I may end up finding myself over max registration. So, for example, Joe Adams, Bobby Poynton, Ollie Sanderson and Harry Ibbotson are all under 21. If I change these N's to Y, 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 and Y, I will now, ignore that if it pops up, that's a my PC thing, it will now show that I am over max registration because they're registered, meaning I will then have to sell some players, deregister some players, and probably piss them off because then in-game you wouldn't play them, or loan some players out so that I fit the eligibility for that competition, because at present 3 players are not able to play for me as it stands. Again, I will change these back to N for those 4 players so that my save is correct as we push forward into the recording of Bradford episode 1, which is something that I haven't yet recorded as I record this. Thank you, Andy. If you hover over this comp eligibility tab, you'll notice it's got one of those little purple thingies in the corner, and then you can open it up. It shows you all of the rules per competition. Andy's been very kind to put all of those in there. I will also add those pictures to the download as well if you want them for your own reference, but you should be able to understand everything you need to understand from this drop down. Thank you, Andy. Also, still haven't figured out why it sometimes does the pop-up, sometimes doesn't. Just another my PC thing, apparently. Now, to track the way... rephrase. Now, to track from season to season, previously on each of the season tabs, you updated here manually each year. You no longer have to do that. You update everything in the squad tracker once per year with regards to your current playing squad. So, imagine, we are now at the beginning of Season 2. I would update Zach's rating to whatever his current rating is. I would change his age, I would change his contract length, etc. And, as he's only got a year left, his wage too, if that were appropriate. So say, for example, we're giving him a wage rise to £700 and a 3-year extension on his contract. That now in Season 2 will show £700, 3-year contract. It will update on all of your previous seasons too. That's just a byproduct of being able to make sure that everything is tracked the right way. So unfortunately, your previous seasons will read the same as your current season as you progress through, but I'm sure that's something you can get over. It's just the way that things need to be to ensure that everything is tracked as it needs to. So each season, at the very beginning of your new season, you will update this player hub. Now, obviously, some players will have left you, some players will have come in. So let me show you how that works. You even tried to ask ChatGPT about it. I'll give you an example per type of transfer. So Sam Stubbs is my player. He's currently out on loan at Cheltenham. And in Season 2, he'll be coming back to me. So what I would do is remove the playing club from there because he no longer plays for them. And I am now paying 100% of his wages. Again, please forgive that pop-up. It's just a my PC thing. So now he is not registered here as out on loan. He's registered as playing for me. What it actually hasn't done, Andy, is update the wage here. It still says 50%. Why does it still say 50% when I change it to 100 here? Oh, just as well Andy's here, isn't it? Why has it done that? I know why. Because it's in season. It's for Season 2, right? Maybe. It's not updated for Season 1, but it is updated in Season 2 and 3 onwards. Intriguing. It's only Season 1 that it's not updating. It's not updating for. In Season 2, it does update. Oh. Hi, Reese. So let me reset that so we can adjust it again. Cheltenham, wasn't he? Cheltenham. I can do that piece to camera without it being fixed because I could just use Season 2 tab where it does work. So let me show you type of transfer by type of transfer how to fill in this spreadsheet. So for example, in Season 1, you'll see that Sam Stubbs is out on loan. So what I will do, at the beginning of Season 2, he's now back at my club. So I remove the parent club and I up that to 100%, as I will now be paying 100% of his wages. And you'll notice that Sam Stubbs is now registered as playing for me, and I'm now paying 100% of his wages, which will be factored in to the wage budget accordingly. So I have not sold him, so I don't need to fill in any of the financial information. Anyone that comes back on loan will continue to not have anything needed for this financial info. However, players that you have in on loan, you will need to add something into the financial info. For out on loan, you'll notice you've got players in, purchased, purchase, 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 sale, 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 sale. So the way that you'll register this, because they're in on loan, technically you will have sold them for £0 because they're going back to their parent club. You will have sold them in Season 2 because Season 1 they were with you and they were sold to their parent club. So in this case, it will be Exeter City. And there is no sell-on clause, of course, because it wasn't a purchase, it was a sale. It was a loan, sorry. So that will now be registered in there, and you'll see that Cheick Diabate has been removed from this Season 2 part of the spreadsheet. So even though he's still here on the squad tracker, because you've used the financial information, it has auto-updated your current squad list. That will work for players in and players out accordingly. So let me give you an example of selling someone. Let's go for Sam Stubbs and use him as the example again. Perhaps Sam Stubbs we sold to Cheltenham at the end of that loan spell. So he will have been sold for £150,000. We will have sold him at the beginning of Season 2. He will have been sold to Cheltenham with no sell-on clause. You will notice that in the spend tracker, that has now updated a player sale in Season 2. You have to make sure you put in the right season so that it tracks here and for each season here. So I've made a profit of £150,000 with player sales because he's been sold to Cheltenham in Season 2. If I was to make that Season 5, then accordingly Season 5 would register that sale, and accordingly Season 5 on the tabs at the bottom, Season 5, he would now be not active, as this would be my current season. As we mentioned, all previous seasons was also not include him because that's just how it works. This squad planner is only accurate for your current given season. Do make sure you never change this season bit in the toggles to anything other than what that current tab is. Even though the toggles are changeable, obviously Season 1 you want it to register for Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, etc, etc. So that's how you register a sale. Now, to register a signing, you do it like this. Yeah, thank you, Andy. It probably is just a formula thing. To register new players to your club, you will need to insert a new row to this squad tracker. This is going to be where all players for all seasons where their data gets entered. So, say for example, it's up to you where you register them. You could maybe just add them to the bottom. Say you wanted to sign a new left back, or you had signed a new left back, you put the data in there. It's up to you. I personally will be adding in a new row like this, insert, so that they're all in position order. That's just a personal preference thing. So if I say, for example, a 75 rated player, I sign called Dave Plank. I don't know. He's 23 years of age. He's going to be on £3,000 a week on a 2-year contract. I'm going to be paying 100% of his wages. Now, that will inherently add him into my list. I currently haven't registered him for anything, obviously, by the eligibility tab at the end. But for the spend tracker to know when he came in, to track the finances accordingly, I will need to let the spreadsheet know what I paid for him and when I paid it. So let's say we paid £300,000 for Dave Plank. We bought him in Season 4 and we purchased him from, this is just for the purchased from and sold to, are more for your own reference to see if you maybe bought a few players from a certain club, etc. So maybe we bought Dave Plank from Plankington FC. I'm not going to include any sell-on clauses here for any of these as an example, but if you do have a sell-on clause, you just put 10% so that you know that when you sell them, you will owe 10% to someone else. But it should show the 10% sell-on fee paid in your finances tab in-game. So £300,000 in Season 4, and on the spend tracker, you'll notice it will track £300,000 player purchase, Season 4. Again, you don't put player purchases or sales in this part. And in Season 4, Dave Plank is now registered there. And of course, the wage budget will adjust accordingly because we've added in 100% of his wages here. Then, of course, as you progress through, don't forget anybody you add in, you will need to register. Dave Plank is going to be eligible because he is 23 years of age. It is actually going to take me towards the edge of my eligibility. But, of course, because the loanees aren't registered now, Diabate's not registered because it's reading as sold. Sam Stubbs is not registered because it's reading as sold. You don't actually need to update and remove these here because this does it for you, effectively. This will remove them from the eligibility because it will register them as gone before you register them as eligible. If you'd like to, for your own neatness, then, of course, you can just remove that there if you so wish. But, of course, because those two have gone, that took me from 21 players registered down to 19. I've added Dave Plank in. It's now brought me back up to 20. Of course, this will show you all of your registrations for all of the competitions, regardless of where you are at any point in your save. It's all the information is available for you there at the very beginning on the squad sheet, so that you don't need to go between tabs to find out, oh, I'm in this competition, who's eligible here? I'm in this competition, who's eligible here, etc., etc. Yeah, potentially, Andy. That's how you register players in and players out by sale, players out by loan when they run out of their loan. Say you decide to loan Aidan Baldwin to Wickham. You would put Wickham in playing club. I say they're paying 70% of the wages, so I'm only paying 30%. That is all you would need to update for the time being until he either comes back, where you would then remove Wickham and add that back to 100% again, or you sell him and you do what we've done with Sam Stubbs here. With regards to the loanees going back to their parent club, you do this every time. 0% sales value, or £0, sales value, the season that they went back to their parent club and the club they went back to. Now, for example, say someone runs out of contract, not sold or going back to their parent club via a loan. You would put sales value 0 because you received no money for them. Sold season 2, for example, and sold to free agents is what you would put in there. So that way, for your own reference, you know that you didn't sell Zach Haddy. You let him go for free and he left the free agents. Now, you wouldn't need to update anything here because it would register him as not being with you because the squad tracker has the financial info inserted into it. So Zach Haddy would not be registered at the club despite him still being on this list, similarly to those that you've sold as well. However, of course, say he'd made 100 appearances for me, that would still be registered on the stats dashboard because this is all time, not just current players. So you can basically keep tabs of everybody, whether they're with you or not with you anymore, from their time at your club. If you sign someone from the free agents, of course, say we signed Zach Haddy from the free agents, then we would say purchase value 0. We signed him from the free agent season 3, purchase from free agents, just again to let you know that you signed someone for free rather than signing them from a certain club. You will continue to add players to this throughout the course of your entire save. It will look a little messy probably a few seasons in, but that's the nature of how it's going to be recorded. Again, you can put people at the bottom here if you wish and just add them on so you can maybe see the order in which you signed players as well. So you could then maybe have you'd have all of your season 1 purchases and sales, and then underneath that you'd be registering it in chronological order. So you'd have all of your season 2 signings and sales, etc. Personally, for me, I do it this way so that when I'm going through my squad report, and adding in people's appearances, goals, assists, etc., I'm still going down position by position, and I'm not constantly scrolling up and down and coming back and forth on the right-hand side here. Just personal preference. Once you've had a fiddler out with it yourselves, you'll be able to figure out exactly how you want to go about doing that as well. Now, I'm going to remove that column, or that row, sorry, because obviously I haven't signed Dave Plankington. Let me bring Aidan Baldwin back to me, so I'm paying 100% of his wages. We know that Sam Stubbs was out on loan at Cheltenham, so that will register him now as out on loan, because I will go away. I will remove this, and of course we haven't yet lost, go away, we haven't yet lost Czech Diabate to his loan, so I will need to fill these back in as yes and yes. Again, ignore that pop-up, it's just a my PC thing. If you get it too, you might need to go Control-Alt-Delete, go to your task manager, go to details, and then find Excel, right-click, set priority, and set it as a higher priority. I think for me, it's just an issue for my PC because Chrome, I have so many tabs open on Chrome, it's sapping a lot of my memory. Obviously, I have the game open as well at the moment too, and I'm live streaming, so my PC is being put through its paces. You shouldn't have any sorts of issues like that at all if you're just using the spreadsheet for your own devices and you're not creating and making content, etc. at the same time. It's basically Google Chrome is the devil and it sucks all the life out of your PC when you have it open. I currently have probably about 20 tabs open saved, so that's just a me thing. I believe, and I will double check with live chat, I believe that is everything covered for how to use the spreadsheet. We've covered where you put your money, which ones you manually enter. We've covered how you enter new players, how you update players between seasons, how you register sales or players that leave you as free agents, how you register signings or players that join you as free agents, how you register loanees in and how you register loanees out. I could, for example, put purchase value 0 here, purchase season 1, and purchased from Exeter City, but technically that wouldn't be a purchase, it's just a loan. So I would be personally not entering that data there. You'd be able to tell that they were in on loan because it would say their parent club. And then obviously if you signed them permanently, you just remove that parent club and then it would be registered as you signed them on a certain date or in a certain season, so it wouldn't matter anymore. I believe that's everything covered. You know how to enter your player stats, that's total across each season, and you know how to enter their eligibility, Y or N, based on age, based on competition rules, whether you need to or don't need to register goalkeepers, etc. Or, for example, in Europe, where you need to register a minimum of a certain amount of goalkeepers, etc. But you can see that even though they're not registered currently, those goalkeepers, they're all as N. In Europe, it's still counting them. So evidently in Europe, you don't need to register goalkeepers. But again, the comp eligibility drop down will tell you all of that. And I'll include the screenshots from Football Manager of each individual competition's rules so that you know who to play and who not to play in any given competition, which will also be tracked here for you on this comp eligibility tab here. I believe that is everything I need to tell you for this particular video. If there's anything you're unaware of or anything you come across, please do either tweet me, please do leave a comment on this video, please do come and join me on stream and ask in chat. We will do everything we can to help you run your spreadsheet smoothly. But I believe I should have covered everything. One of the most important things is don't touch all of the stuff that auto-populates. You'll break it. Only enter data on the spends tracker and the squad tracker, and you should be good. The stats dashboard will automatically update. You will manually enter your awards, though, of course. You can manually change the league toggles if you so wish, which you will obviously then edit here. You can change your wage budget overspend, your player sale retention, and your transfer budget percentage of your overall bank balance per season if you so wish. They're currently decided by the rules of the save at present. So in Leagues 1 and 2, my transfer budget will be 30% the current bank balance. In the Championship, 50%, and in the Premier League, I'm allowed to spend 75% of the current bank balance as my transfer budget. You can alter those per season as you wish, according to your season tab here. Say, for example, you're in League 2, but you wanted to have 50% of your transfer budget available, or bank balance available. You can see there, you'll notice it will have auto-populated. Keep an eye on it again. This transfer budget start of season bit, I'll change that to 30, and then it auto-updates again to show you that that's your transfer budget. Again, if there's anything I've missed or anything I haven't explained well enough, then please do let me know. But that is, as far as I can make out, everything you need to know at this stage. Hopefully you enjoyed episode 1 of season 1 of the Realistic Rtg. Hopefully you'll enjoy using this spreadsheet. Hopefully I'll see you on stream as well, where we will, of course, be recording everything live. Thank you very much for watching this one. This is going to be an unlisted one. Probably won't have ads on it at all or anything either. So don't worry about leaving a like or, well, I mean, you leave a comment if you like, but it's not going to be pushed publicly. So obviously if you have any trouble, leave a comment and I'll get back to you. But thank you very much for watching. Do go and watch episode 1 if somehow you found your way across this video without watching episode 1 of the Realistic Rtg. And I will see you in a video or stream somewhere very soon. Kavanagh might just be tracked incorrectly. No, the youngsters have to be registered. Joe Adams should be. Oh Christ! Maybe jump. I need to change that. Literally every time we get raided, it makes me jump. Bates, thank you very much indeed for sending everyone across, mate. Happy Christmas to you and the family, dude. So close to 365 days. So close. Thank you everyone for coming across from Bateson's stream. You join us as we take Karimo to the next level here. You join us with a spreadsheet. We've just been going through and letting everyone know how to use the spreadsheet because we're starting a new save. We're about to record episode 1 of that said new save. So we will quickly double check and make sure that everything is as it should be. The spreadsheet creator was with us a moment ago, but the baby woke up, so he had to dip for a moment. There are a couple of questions we do need to ask, as Davidinki mentions, that Ollie Sanderson... Ah, no, I tell you why. I know exactly why. I know exactly why Ollie Sanderson can't play in the Championship. Same with Joe Adams. They are on loan from Championship sides. No, but they're not, though. Ollie Sanderson can't play in the Championship. He's on loan from Fulham. Joe Adams can't play in the Championship, but he's on loan from Wigan, who are in League One. Yeah, that does need questioning. That does need questioning. Daniel, Lewis, John, thank you very much for the follows, guys. That does need questioning. You're correct. I can't think of... The Championship had slightly different rules for the Hover Championship. Under 21s, auto eligible, so don't need to be registered. Ah, excluding loans. There you go. It's because Andy has explained it and I've not read it. Under 21 loan players from the Championship aren't eligible, so it is tracked correctly. It's just that I didn't know why it wasn't reading as such. Callum Kavanagh is currently not available for Europe. Why would... Is that because he needs to be registered for Europe and under 21s aren't eligible for Europe? Under 21s needs to be registered for Europe, presumably then. So he's eligible in all English competitions because he's under 21. But in Europe, you need to register under 21s, which is why the max registrations is 25, not 22, presumably. I imagine, yes. The moral of the story is, if you see something that feels like it's out of place, it's 99.9% not, because Andy will have done it properly. And it's something, it will be a lack of knowledge on my or your part, not a lack of competency on Andy's part. In Europe, only the goalkeeper's got an override. Fairs. Instead of not being able to spell. That's fairs. People find entertainment in different ways as well. Funny that, isn't it? Ooh. In Europe, the under-21 players have to have been at the club for 2 years. So buying an 18-year-old, 20-year-old should be considered an under-21 player in European context. Perhaps, yes, that might be a little bit more of a in-depth one that's not necessarily be able to be tracked because of spreadsheet limitations. Is it? The title's back at the bottom on Twitch. I hadn't noticed. It is, isn't it? Way! They listened. Hooray! Hooray! Right, so ultimately then, other than that one bit on here where Stubbs's wage didn't update on the Season 1 tab as we headed into Season 2 and we altered it, that was the only thing that was meh. Or the only thing that didn't work as probable, wasn't it? The highest build-up speeds you've played against... I can't recall. We had to ignore time at club stuff, otherwise we'd have to maintain a time at club figure in the squad. Yeah, it's just be too much. Yeah, I'd say just... Yeah, no worries. No worries at all, Andy. That's literally the only thing that's cropped up. And ultimately, because he's only in on loan for that one season and it registered correctly for Season 2 moving forward... It's not even an issue that's actually going to make any difference. Bromo, thank you very much indeed, Sam, for gifting a sub to the channel. Venom85, welcome to the game, my friends. You have a sub gifted to you. Freddie Chapman and Nar Dancer, thank you very much for the follows, guys. Right, that's the thingy done, isn't it? That's the how to use the bloody spreadsheet done. Andy will send me a new blank spreadsheet once that has had its slight tweak to it. And then, well, I'm not going to make this, for full disclosure, I'm not going to make the spreadsheet available to you until the first episode has gone live. So you won't be able to download the spreadsheet until Sunday. And to you, Sam. Appreciate it, dude. Hello, Jack. How are you, mate? Merry Christmas, Luke. I was going to say, it's going to be Christmas for you down under now as well, isn't it? Dallas was in earlier from New Zealand, wishing us a Merry Christmas as well. Could be 2.5 hours into Christmas Day for him. Maybe 1.5 hours for you. I'm not sure where about the time zones are for New Zealand and where you are in Australia. Right. I'm going to make a note to make spreadsheet available. Make spreadsheet and screenshots download. So what we'll do, because we currently, if you type !spreadsheet in chat, currently it will show you the download for FC24's RTG. So I will leave that link there and let me alter that command so that it says the FC24 spreadsheet one, RTG one is here, because that link has a picture with the blurb in it as well. FC25 RTG is here, and I'll put to be TBD, to be determined, because it's not there yet. And when it is, you'll know about it, because you presumably will all want to download it. So now we can record. Just going to update the spreadsheet command on the YouTube bot. Now, we can record episode 1 of season 1 of the RTG. Correct? I think correct. Correct. I've not updated the slider commands yet. No, we will do that as well. Let me make a note of that on here. Slider command, because I need to make the Photoshop image with everything side by side rather than sending you multiple spreadsheets. Spreadsheet.
Huh, screenshots.
Spreadsheet, screenshots, screen sheets, everything. No, we got raided by Bates, Jamie. Spreadsheet is there. It just popped up for you, Chris. Botrix is a little bit slower on YouTube than the Twitch bot. Right. I'm going to have a quick toilet break and then game time. Oh, this is nervy, isn't it? No worries, Andy. Have a fantastic Christmas, my dude. Appreciate you in every possible facet entirely. Thank you, mate. Right, just going to have a quick toilet break and then we will record episode 1 of season 1 of the brand new RTG, which we are particularly excited about. BRB. have a feline invader again. Yeah, literally. Oh, no, she's gone. Well, that didn't last long, did it? She was like, bye! Yeah, Rolo was just inside the office like, when I come back down. Oi, oi, oi. Right. Yikes. We've waited a long time for this. Oh dear. Thank you for the follow. Yeet. And it's Loki. Welcome to the channel, mate. Let's just get rid of everything here. Oh no, we need to make Jordan. We need to make Jordan. I need to stop that recording too. I'm still recording from the how to make the bloody spreadsheet. We need to create Jordan. Let's get the live editor up. Got one more Patreon player to make. How to spreadsheet part 2. So let me get Sophia up. And we're gonna need second page. And we did Manda Blath. Well, we got most of the way down the second page as well. Do we end up on the third page? Akash Sangwan. Did we do Sangwan? No, I'll go to the next page just in case. Yes, because we did Juan Foronda and Mr. Antley. Senor Antley. Ah. Now we're into... Right, what position was George going to be? George is going to be a centre... yeah! So we'll use... Mihaitu Lemnaru. Actually, should I be... We shouldn't be yaying. We're on the... We shouldn't be yaying. We're on the, like, no alert thing. What on, Nightbot? Light Gun Loza with a 3rd month. Long time watcher, mostly lurking, but always love these realistic RTGs. Appreciate it, dude. Thank you for the long-term support, my man. And for the 3rd month subscribed as well. It's very, very good of you. Merry Christmas, my dude. Corners are certainly more difficult to score now than they were. Absolutely. Right, so we are changing Mihaitu. I have absolutely no idea how to pronounce his first name, to be honest. I'm sure Davidenki knows for sure. Jordan Hunt. George is going to be a centre mid and a cam. Squad number 4. English. We'll leave it as box to box. 92 potential. 4-star, 4-star. Birthday of the 30th of August. Make it 2006 so that everybody is a young teenager in game. Attributes. Right. Is already not bad. Centre mid in cam, so I won't change the defending too much. But we'll change that to 50. That 55 maybe. 50. Yeah, 50. That 50. That's 51, Chaz. That's 49, Chaz. Save. Appearance wise. 5'2". 5'2". George is Lorenzo Insigne region. Chat, how many centimetres is 5'2", please? Struggling to replicate the issue your side and can't rewind your stream far enough. Could you show me quickly? Oh yeah. Oh, Ads has done it. It's basically 158. Thank you, chat. I was updating the squad tracker with Sam Stubbs, changing back to 100% wages, and on the season 1 tab, it stayed as 50%, but now it's gone to 100%. The fuck? Is it because I took Cheltenham out first? Was it like a data, the order of data entry? I took Cheltenham out and changed it to 100,000. 100,000? 100%. Well, now it's... What in the... Alright. Well, it turns out it does work. But it definitely didn't work before. I wasn't going mad, was I? It definitely didn't work before. 158. Thank you, chat. £145. We'll put that as like 65 kilo. I have no idea. Average and lean is fine. Okay, I'll put 160 then if it might not register incorrectly. Eye colour, blue eyes. Blue eyes. Kit wise, untucked, normal. Socks normal. Yeah, that's fine. Hair type, short back and sides, blonde. I mean, that's short back and sides, isn't it? So we'll just change that to blonde. No facial hair, no facial hair. Caucasian 2 is fine, so let's save that. Then let's generate the mini face. And that's George. We'll just transfer because George wants to start at Swindon. I keep doing that. I click on name there. I did it all day yesterday. Swindon Town. 27 we'll put in there and finalize transfer. File, save. Yeah, let me save that here. Because that's on... I'm going to need to make Jordan twice now, aren't I? We need to make him on the Journeyman as well. Just make sure I'm in the right save. Yeah, we're at the Bradford one. Oh no, save over the wrong file. Yeah, random is on the Journeyman save. So I'll need to quit, go back in to then add him to the shortlist. Jordan Hunt. Oh, I forgot we've done that to fucking Dallas. Jesus Christ. 17-year-old centre mid at 7th mid. 55. Right, where's mid? Centre mid. 55. Swindon Town. And then let me sort. Custom sort, that one, should ink. Right, George is in on that save. Yeah, we did tweak the Wellington save, didn't we? So I won't just do what we did before and generate the job offer. Oh, Marcus is apparently very happy that we're at Bradford, seemingly. Right, so presumably then Jordan won't be on this list. No. And it was, oh, what was his name? I forgot what his name was now. I have to make it twice, aren't I? His name was Lemnaru. So if I back out. Features players, and it will load the players for this save. Lemnaru is there. Yeah, it's weird. It's kept the face, but it's kept the. I guess that works across all. So we'll just quickly make Jordan again. In this save now, centre mid. Squad number was 4, wasn't it? Let's see if we can remember it all. Ooh. Squad number was 4. We bring chat up so I can see what you guys are saying. English.
Leave that on box to box. 92 potential, 4-star. Oops. 92 potential, 4-star, 4-star. It was the 30th of August. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Attribute wise, so that to 50. That to 50. Oh my god. 50. 50. That's 49. Go on. 50. 51. 50. 49. Oh god. 50. Appearance was 150. We put it to 160, didn't we? And then that down to 65, maybe, there or thereabouts. It's blue eyes. Normal, average socks, and then no facial hair. And then this was just blonde. Save. Delete mini face. Just to make sure, generate mini face. Should look exactly the same. Does. Banging. And then transfer player, and in the journeyman we are randomizing the team. You're going to Rio Ave, so I want that one. So centre mid 55, Rio Ave in Portugal. Sort, custom sort, Le Bosch. Did that? Yeah. Where are you? Should be in here now. There he is. Way! Alright, swish. Finalise transfer. Save. Right. Now, I don't believe that will have added you in here. Yeah, I think I might need to save the... Still need to save and reload. Yeah, still need to save and reload, but that's fine. Actually, if I save it, does the process of saving it actually update it, or do I need to completely reload? Let's find out, shall we? The next Bruno Fernandes, maybe. Potentially. Did Bruno start at Rio Ave? Benji, thank you for the 21st month subscribed, mate. Very, very good of you indeed. Can you ask for a second position to your player? You certainly can, Jordan. Let me just double check that. Other Jordan. Is he in now that I've saved it, or do I have to reload still? Yeah, reload still, that's fine. No, I just did the exact same thing as I did last time, Andy, and it worked the right way. So I don't know what I did last time. Don't know. I couldn't replicate it again either. Logic. Hunt. There he is. There he is. That's Jordan. Right. What? It's Westphal, isn't it? There he is. I mean, actually, back out of here. Oh. Back out of here, because then it will just update. Pictures, players. Thank you, ads. Click on it, Chaz. Westphal. Did you know there was another Westphal, Jordan, when you did it? Because I didn't. Just add left wing back as secondary, sure. Left wing back. File, save. This is Journeyman, isn't it? Years. God, I would be so careful of that if I accidentally overwrite the wrong fucking file. Oh, that's one thing I didn't mention, actually, is how to add more seasons on. Thank you, Ryan. I'll splice that in as well. Yeah, tell me about it. Oh yeah, left wing back isn't in game anymore, is it? Hey. It's a roll instead. Save. because I'm going to have to try and do it myself first so that I make sure that I tell people the correct way to do it when we show them in the thing. But we will splice that in with the spreadsheet. Yeah, you're at Vaquav, aren't you? Sloshk or Swoshk Vaquav. Is explained in the guide tab. Perfect. I will show it just as a physical example. What do I want? That one. Yeah, here. Want to go beyond season 10? You can add more tabs. Right. Just recording. Yeah, the tables on the spend tracker only have 10. But if this might break it. I hope it doesn't. I'll do that and then put 11 in there. Would that then... Hang on. I want to duplicate. Copy. How did I do it before? I did it before. Delete. I did it before. Back to the guide. I literally did it on stream before. Copy one of the seasons, change the name to relevant season, and the season. Yeah, I did, didn't it? Move a copy. Oh, create a copy, huh?
Aha!
Rename. 11. And put 11 in there. Hang on, I've done that wrong. You're an idiot, says. Now it's done correctly. And then spend tracker, because I put 11 in there, does that then? No. Oh yeah, you're correct. So copy, but change that to 11, 11, 11, 11. No, it says you've done that wrong. Away. Fuck me in the bumhole. I just want to copy the text that's in there. There we go. Fucking Nora. I do make things after myself, don't I? There you go. I'll just copy the cell. So just copy, paste. Oh, look at that. That was easy, wasn't it? No, you just broke it. Yes, I did. Again, this is probably painful for Andy watching me fucking ham fist my way around this. Chat made a very good point. If you do go beyond season 10, at present it's only
set up for 10 season tabs. We will most likely go beyond 10 seasons in our save as well. It is shown for you in the guide, explained for you in text format, but I will physically show you here as well. Apparently I've added in an extra sheet here. Well done, Ches. What you do is you move or copy season 10, create a copy, OK. Then put them in the right order. You then rename that as 11. You then change the season here to 11. Well done, Ches, that says 1 to 11. And then going back to the spend tracker, I'll move all of this down. You put 11 in there, and then you quite simply copy that and pop it there. And then that will auto-populate accordingly. Le Bosch. Did I do that right? Yeah. Hey! Look at me go. I know what I'm doing. The graph isn't updating. It probably will scroll when it gets there, right? I'm not even going to think about touching that. That was right, I think. Yay! Presumably, when there's data entered, the graph will just adjust accordingly. Just found an 89 rated Belgian left mid, right mid at Arsenal with a value of 160 million. Holy bumholes. Is it a regen? Yes, Sam, we're going to start recording the first episode in a moment. I can stop that bit now. Who's Belgian left mid, right mid though that would have crazy high? Yeah, it can't be a Trossard regen. Trossard's left wing as well, right? Right, now let me delete all that. No. Single. And then I don't know where I got the extra fucking second sheet in here when I did that earlier. I mean, to be honest, I might as well just leave it in, but we shall leave it as intended initially. Right, Jude's about to go down for a nap, so I'm going to go and have a quick final toilet break, and then we will actually start recording episode 1 of season 1. Ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3, break.
Shh, the baby's sleeping. Shh.
It's a Carrasco regen, is it? A Duranville pre-gen. Oh, good. Logic. Logical. Thankfully, by the time we get to the Premier League, the pre-gens will, like, have already... will make sense, basically, by the time we get there. Right. Let's quickly get rid of that coach thing. I'm gonna hire and fire a coach. Just want. You just when you're on the top one, you physically can't see what tab you're on. Dear Mikhail Christensen, you are terrible and I want to sign you. Put me in goalkeeping. Yeah, no, it's fine. Go away. No, main menu, please. Remember Everton? We remember. Pembrokeshire remembers. Scouting assignments. Yes, go away. Just want to get rid of all the stuff on the task thing, basically. You, go away. Youth tournament. Ah. You gonna go away now? No. Okay. Yes, Ollie, that is what we will do. In the first season of the Premier League, we sim the top 6. FC 32, Jamie. Oh, I just punched the mic. Apologies. I just literally punched you in the ears. Yes, Liam, it is. You thought that all of the presents had been gifted out already this week. Well, I have one more for you. Welcome to episode 1 of the second iteration of the Realistic Road to Glory. You guys adored the first version of it last year on FC24 with Cambridge. Today, we make the challenge harder yet still. We've gone down a division. We are starting at Bradford City. And we will hopefully be taking this club from the bottom to the top. If this save was a chocolate bar, the wrapper would say new and improved. And the recipe for success comes in the form of a brand new spreadsheet, which you will be able to download. It is complex enough that I have also made a how to use it video. You'll find a link to download the spreadsheet and a link to how to use the spreadsheet in the description down below. You will also be seeing a brand new save starting on the second channel soon, which is a journeyman save, where we're aiming to start in the Australian A-League and work our way around the globe before ending our save in the Premier League. That starts very soon on the second channel as well, so do check the link in the description to Chesnoid Plays so you don't miss out on that. We've created, as you can see there, Graham Alexander. He's the Bradford City real-life manager. He's going to be the man, hopefully leading this club to success in this save this time around. We use Gary Monk with Cambridge. We'll use Graham Alexander here with Bradford. So,
The rule set is similar to the RTG last year, but we have added more and been more detailed with those that previously existed. I do have a slider set. I have set the save up with a certain set of parameters. They will be shown at the end of the video. I'm not going to bore you now on the opening way in with slider set and here's the ins and outs of how I set up the save. I'll do a little piece at the end. Feel free to wait till then before creating your own save in a similar manner if you are wanting to replicate our save here. So, spreadsheet. That looks different, doesn't it? I have got a full how to use the spreadsheet video that is going to be an unlisted video available in the description, as I say. For now, ignore this page. Let me show you the save rules. We've got more in depth with some and created some new ones too. With the last one, we found that we earned money a little bit too easily. So we're even stricter with our budget this time. We have also added in the fact that we're recording season ticket sales correctly. We're recording match ticket sales for the first time. We've tweaked the way that we record the commercial sales as well, the shirt sales as they're dubbed in-game. We've also changed the youth dynamic. We've also changed a heap of extra things. So I will quickly as possible zip through this so that you know exactly what's what, and then we will crack on with the save as we are likely to continue for the next 10 plus seasons here at Bradford City. I've taken my first initial budget from Football Manager as we did last year, so the club's starting balance is just over £1 million. We've taken our wage budget from Football Manager. So my wage budget, as you'll see on the season tab, is £76,679 as per FM with Bradford Season 1. I currently then have nearly 20 grand free in my wage budget to do something in the first transfer window. Yes, the first transfer window is open. This is new eligibility. We'll come to that in due course. With regards to tracking the finances, we're doing it the same way as we did before with the spend tracker, money in, money out. Player transfers are now registered in this squad tracker here, not added into the spend tracker here. Again, the ins and outs of how to will be in the video in the description. We're tracking our transfer budget and player sales added into transfer revenue the same way as before. 75% of every player sale will be made available in your transfer budget. Your transfer budget each season in Leagues 1 and 2 will be 30% of the starting bank balance for that year. 50% in the Championship, 75% in the Premier League. Season ticket sales, we've tweaked this. I'm going to find out what Bradford City's real-life season ticket sale fees are, and we will take 33% of their in-game stadium capacity, and that will be our season ticket sale figure, not the one that's given in-game, because that one is balked. As we change division, your season ticket price will change using that original real-life starting season ticket price as your base figure. So every time we go up a division, our season ticket price will increase by 20%. If we go down a division, it will decrease by 20%. The only time that's different is when you go from the Championship to the Premier League, or vice versa. It goes up or down by 40%, as you might well imagine. Championship to Premier League is quite a financial jump. Your match ticket sales are calculated basically by using the other 66% of your attendance. In-game, you always get basically a sellout. So we can use effectively 100% of the attendance, the capacity, to determine our incoming. So our match ticket sales are calculated by 66% of the attendance of any given game. In the financial tab, it will show you how many people were at the game. We're factoring in that 33% of that figure will be season ticket holders, of which you've already accounted for financially. 66% of that figure will be paying day by day, match by match attendees. £20 is your League 2 ticket price, 25 for League 1, 35 for the Championship. When you're a Premier League side, you're charging £50 a ticket. When you're in Europe, you're charging £65 a ticket. I'm using this formula to calculate my figure for match tickets each game. You enter your attendance in here. Say at Bradford, they have a decent sized stadium. So let's say we get a 12,500 attendance. You divide that by 100 to get the 1%, times that by 66 to get the percentage, and then times that figure again by your allotted ticket price. So in League 2, it will be £20. It's currently here as 25 because we did our test run with Cambridge. And I would get £165,000 from match tickets from a match that had 12,500 fans at it. Obviously, the actual figures are a bit more specific than that, so your match ticket sales will record as per. Do make a note of that formula. It's attendance divided by 100 times 66 times 25, and you literally just each time change that and then just hit enter and you get a new figure. And then for the next game, you just change it and then hit enter and you get a new figure. And that's the figure you enter onto the spreadsheet for your match ticket sales. Travel costs are recorded at 10% of those that they are in game. It's not going to cost me £35,000 to go from Bradford to Plymouth. So we'll make it £3,500. The shirt sales did add too much money to our budget and to our bank balance last year in the RTG. So we're taking them at 25% of their in-game figure this year. The youth facilities payments we're registering as unfair. Don't account for that at all in your financial tracking because it's going to cost you £5,000 a month per player, which is just silly. They don't play for you yet. You haven't signed them. Youth player wages, if you're playing on PC, will need to be manually adjusted because in-game they are ludicrously high. If you're on console, that's something you're going to have to work around, but you'll be able to do that by just having a financial takeover, and then in-game you won't need to worry about money. All of your financial stuff will be edited on the spreadsheet, and you can just give the youth players the right contract that you would give them on the spreadsheet and record it that way rather than using the in-game figure. Stadium upgrades are allowed and done in exactly the same fashion as last year. £1 million per 1,000 capacity from 0 to 20,000. Then 20,000 to 30,000, 2 million per 1,000, 30,000 to 40,000, £3 million per 1,000 of new capacity, etc. We're in a fortunate position that you guys voted for Bradford, who have a sizable stadium already. We probably won't need to spend any money on upgrading our stadium until we're in the Premier League, which is great. It's a really good position to be in. Stadium maintenance costs are taken at the value in game unless you've upgraded your ground, in which case you do it by a factor of what you've upgraded your ground by. The example given here, you've got a 10k capacity stadium by default in game. Your stadium management costs are £4,000. If you upgrade your stadium in game by selecting a new one, in the financial records, it still registers your previous old stadium. So if you've given yourself a 20,000 seater stadium, it's still only going to give you the stadium maintenance costs of a 10,000 seater stadium. So you need to double that figure. Of course, if you go from a 10k to a 40k, you'd quadruple that figure, etc. Keeping tabs so far? This is a very in-depth save if you hadn't noticed. Again, those of you that are on console, just give yourself a financial takeover. Set yourself as unsackable. You won't need to meet any of the objectives that the board offer you because it will balk them because you've given yourself a financial takeover. Just means you won't run out of money in-game and you'll be able to manage your finances properly on the spreadsheet. And you won't be spending more in the game than you've allowed yourself on the spreadsheet. It's just that all of that money will always be available rather than the game giving you less than you have tracked in your spreadsheet. With regards to the squad, continually, no one is allowed to be signed that's higher rated than your current highest rated player. New rule. Youth players that come in are not allowed to have a max potential when that initial window of higher than 10 rated, higher than 10 more than your current highest rated player. Example, I have a 65 rated highest rated player at Bradford. I'm not allowed to sign any youth players that come in with their report saying that their top potential window is any higher than 75. Of course, that might shorten as time goes by or improve as time goes by, depending on how well they perform, etc. But that initial scout report, nobody higher than 10 ratings, more than your current highest rated player. You're not going to call up youth players as and when you want, unless you're in big need for squad depth and you haven't got enough players, etc. We're going to do it in a Football Manager style, where once every mid-March, we will select which players we'd like to call up
and which players we don't want. Once a year for your youth intake. We're not having any coaches to slow the growth. That's the same as last year. You can use development plans, however, to tweak the direction in which you want players to grow, but nobody's allowed to grow by more than 3, apart from, of course, your award winners. Your award winners are your player, young player, fans player, most improved, signing of, and goal of the season and or year. This will all automatically update, by the way, with our top appearance makers, goal scorers, assist makers, clean sheet keepers, and our disciplinary record save-wide, not just per season. So we will be able to see who is our record appearance maker or record goal scorer, etc. at any point in the save. Love that addition as well. Thank you, Andy, who created the spreadsheet. And to the best of my ability, I will match each competition's squad rules. Again, how to figure that out is shown to you in the how-to video that is in the description. But in the squad tracker, we track everybody's eligibility. Whether they are or are not eligible for any given competition is determined by these rules here. You can find out what rules for any given competition in this drop-down. So I can see here that those that are listed as all can play in any competition with the current eligibility rules, and those that can't play in every competition, it shows me which ones they're eligible for by showing the specific competitions here. We haven't taken into account FA Cup rules and Carabao Cup rules, other than you'll have to manually remember that someone is cup tied. Other than that, we are only tracking league and European competition rules as per their real life rulings. Again, when you download the spreadsheet, if you want to use it yourself, you'll be able to see the eligibility rules here. I will also include screenshots from Football Manager of the rules of any given competition that we're tracking. Transfer rules, very similar to last season, very similar to the last save. When we're League One and below, only domestic. When we get to the Championship, we're extending to Europe, and now we've added the Commonwealth, so that includes Australia and New Zealand and Canada effectively. And then when you get to the Premier League, you can sign anyone from anywhere. We are going to be very strict with the players that we sign, as we were last year. If we don't feel like we're able to give them a contract that we are comfortable with, i.e. they're asking for too much play time, and we're not going to give them that play time, then no deal. Unless it's the game being the game, and you know that that player in real life would understand that they're only getting a rotation, not a crucial, then by all means, sign them on a crucial. And if you're playing on PC with a live editor, tweak it. But that will be done on a deal-by-deal basis, and live chat as we record live on Twitch stream and on the YouTube live channel will decide on a deal-by-deal basis, or at least liaise on a deal-by-deal basis. Offering a new contract to a player that has had a new contract offered to him elsewhere as his contract's expiring is allowed, or if a bid comes in, then you can offer that player a new contract to entice them to stay if you would like. Of course, only if you've got the money available in your wage budget. Bids we will accept on a realistic manner, as well as we did before. When loaning players out, it can be tough to get realistic bids. So if you want to accept any loan bid, then feel free to. If you want to wait until the very end of the window to try and get a realistic loan bid, then by all means do so. We will do the same. You guys are going to have to let me know in the comment section who's going to be our senior affiliate. In real life, you can have affiliate clubs. I.e., if you'd voted for Salford, Manchester United would have been our affiliate club. We would get cheap loans, priority loans from Manchester United. If we want a loan player, we would look at Man United first before looking anywhere else. Who at Bradford should be our senior affiliate? Do we go, dare I say, someone like Leeds? Bigger club, bigger, higher division, bigger squad, higher quality players? Or does the rivalry negate that? Do we use a different club entirely? Maybe a Premier League side that's in a close enough proximity. Let me know. Maybe Sheffield United or Wednesday, perhaps. Again, please do let me know. And that's what I've mentioned before with the roles, etc. Only other miscellaneous one is when you get to the point of you feel like the AI are putting out a silly weak team. You want to put out a stronger team. Edit it yourself by adding a second controller, and then obviously remove that controller when you get into game so that the AI plays for the AI. Rules covered. This is quite a hefty episode 1, but that is the nature of this save. It is detail orientated. This is my squad. I've got players in on loan. I've got a player out on loan. I'm paying almost everybody's wages to 100%, but some that are either in or out on loan. By default, we've just set it 50-50 because the game doesn't tell me what they're on. But moving forward, we will obviously adjust depending on what percentage we actually negotiate in game. So you can see my squad list there. This tab will have every player that we ever have at the club ever throughout the history of the save, and then the season tabs will show us who is at the club for any given season. So that's my current squad. Sam Stubbs is out on loan, so he's not available, and effectively we're in League 2. Everybody is going to be available with our current squad for League 2. We are just under the maximum registration limit for League 2. Goalkeepers don't need to be registered. Great, they don't count towards the limit. Under 21 players don't need to be registered. Great, they don't count towards the limit. Banging, superb, amazing, great. So there is room to maybe bring some more players in this opening window. The transfer window is open at the beginning of Season 1. We have wage budget available for loanees. I have a small transfer budget as 30% of the club's opening balance. For reference, if the club's balance goes into the negative, which it may well do in these early seasons in the lower leagues, then your transfer budget will be 0. You will only be able to make loan and free agent signings. Of course, if you sell anyone, then that money will be available in your player budget. So we may well be forced to sell to buy. There are some players I'm thinking of moving on. There are areas of the squad I would like to improve in. I'll show you the squad quickly here, and then you can perhaps help me determine what we do. Goalkeeper, I'm quite happy with Sam Walker for this first season. His contract expires in 12 months' time. He's 32, but 6'6". We may well keep him on for another year, potentially. Doyle is retiring at the end of the season, and Zach Haddy is not very good. So we'll make a decision about him later down the line. Left back wise, Richards is not currently my starting left back because we have 2 right backs that are higher rated. Halliday will start on the right, Johnson will start on the left. And then we've got a number of centre backs that are decent. I'm not looking for any defenders at the moment. I may look for a full back, but I've got a youth player that we could call up that could fill that void. With regards to the midfield, centrally, we're very well catered for. Corey Evans, the Northern Irish international, is our starting... Actually, he's my backup CDM because Richie Smallwood, club captain, is my starting CDM. In the centre mid positions, we also have Sarcevic, Walker, Patterson and Odua. There is Joe Adams in on loan from Wigan as a cam, but he's not great. Gabe Wadsworth isn't great right now, but he is higher potential. So I'm probably going to offer him a new deal. I'm probably going to loan him out. That's my initial plan. Let me know what you think. When it comes to the wide roles, I got Bobby Poynton to go out on the right. That's kind of it, lads. That's kind of it. We will be playing Tyler Wright on the left. Sorry, Tyreek Wright on the left. Right on the left, yes, I know. But I am looking for a new winger in this window. Whether that is a loanee, whether that is a free agent, we will wait and see. But certainly it is my intention to sign a winger in this first window. We've got a lot of strikers. Andy Cook's the highest rated, but he's old and slow. We will try him. The next best option is Tyler Smith, 61 rated and quite pacey, looks pretty decent. Then there's Callum Kavanagh, who I'm tempted to send out on loan, but I won't yet. Oliver is a high earner who's rubbish. He is transfer listed. I want rid of him to free up some finances. Harry Ibbotson is another youngster that could grow, that I'm probably going to offer a contract to and probably end up loaning out. Odua can play out on the right-hand side, which is good. He's got some pace to do so. Patterson also can play out wide, and he's got some pace. Good. But I'm probably going to want to prioritise those guys centrally and probably loan in a wide man to fill out that void in the squad at this particular moment in time. With regards to Youth Academy, I had about 6 players in here. As per the rules, those that had a potential window that was higher than at present 75, which is 10 higher than my current highest rated player, I rejected. I was left with Morgan Bradbury, who's actually a 61 rated player right now, could probably do a job in the squad. And I was left with 14-year-old Alex Finch, who currently is 53 rated, but we're hoping will grow quite well. So Bradbury,
I am going to promote to the senior team and add to my spreadsheet when I do. At present, I'm just going to power through the pre-season tournament. We'll take the finances gained from that as well, of course, which will go into the bank balance quite nicely. Our first game of the season is Carlisle away. We will get that far. We will play Carlisle away and potentially MK Dons away as well today, depending on time in my recording session this afternoon. Do join me on stream for the recording of episode 2 now. This is going to go out as a premiere. As you see this, we're going to be watching the premiere over on stream. As soon as the premiere ends, we're going to start recording episode 2. We'll go through the comments that you guys have left on episode 1 and we'll start recording episode 2. So again, links in the description. The Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Chesnoid Gaming, or if you prefer to watch streams on YouTube, youtube.com/Chesnoid Live. That's where I'll be live recording episode 2 right when you finish watching this video. If you're watching this after the fact, then it is what it is. But this video, this save will come to you every weekday. You're getting this on Sunday, as it's the first episode, and then we will upload it every weekday moving forward. Good. Right. I think that's all the spiel spelt. I'm going to go and sort out the youngster's contract, bring him into my squad, update my spreadsheet accordingly. And of course, we track our finances via the office and the budget overview tab. Transactions are in here. We're disregarding these initial scouting figures because the club in real life would already have their own scouts. I'm not going to have to spend 500 grand hiring scouts that don't exist. So we're not tracking those, but moving forward, we will track everything from the transactions in the manner in which we agreed via the save rules. All of the rules, especially the percentages in the finances tab, etc., were all decided upon during a big, long testing process of testing the competency of the new spreadsheet. And we did 3 separate seasons trying different percentage levels to find the balance of what gave us too much money, what didn't give us enough money, and what is the middle ground. We are in the middle ground. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to this save. The RTG last year with Cambridge United was my favourite save, and I think your favourite save that I've ever done. This promises to be even better. Please drop the video a like. Please subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on any more, and hit that notification bell, and you definitely won't. Every weekday, 3 p.m. UK, this save. Every weekday, 12 p.m. UK, the second channel, the Journeyman save. That will likely start tomorrow or Tuesday as I record this actually on Christmas Eve. I don't yet have the thumbnail, but I'm obviously not going to rush my thumbnail guy over the Christmas period to get that to me. So slightly delayed start to the Journeyman, but that will start on the second channel within the next 48 hours. Right. I need a drink of water. I've got a cotton mouth. Let's push forward. You're right. You're absolutely right. Chat has just called me out already for forgetting a new rule. I'm only allowed to call up my youth players once per season, aren't I? Mid-March as a youth academy youth intake. I can't call up Morgan Bradbury from the youth squad. There you go. This is why I live stream, because sometimes I forget my own bloody rules. Consider myself corrected. I will not be adding Morgan Bradbury until mid-March for our youth intake. Starting to mean to go on, Ches. Thank you, Haroon. And breathe. We say thank you to Alfie and Matt, Bushcam, Loki Boy, The Bruv, Ibra or Ibra, Sir Goldie and Trix for the follows whilst we were recording that intro. Jack has joined the Patreon. My guy. Thank you very much indeed, Jack, for joining the Patreon, my dude. At the VIP tier, yes, go and comment on the post on Patreon with your player details and we will add you to the Patreon once we've finished recording this first episode. Oh dear.
Pardon me. I just want to make sure I get all the recording done before I then crack on with adding stuff in. But I can add you to the end slate now so that you're there and ready. That won't take a couple of moments. Thank you, Jack. That's very kind of you, dude. Appreciate it, man. Because we'll have to make you twice. Once for the journeyman save, or once for this save. So it will take a little while. So I want to make sure I get this first episode recorded first before we do that, if you don't mind, which I'm sure you don't. God, Patreon slate number 7. That's ridiculous. You guys have been so generous with the support on the Patreon. It's genuinely made such a massive difference over the past 3 years. 4 years. 4 years? 4 years. We started the Patreon in 2020 when a certain big cough happened. Right, let me add that here. You'll be in the end slate of episode 1. And you will be also, or you are now also in the About tab on Twitch too. Xander, thank you very much for the follow, mate. Right. Oh my lord, we're actually advancing. No, we'll be live a bit longer than that, Daniel. Oh, you're right. I do need to add the VIP. Jack, could you send me a message on Patreon as well, please? Just confirming your Twitch username. And let me know when your sub currently expires. Because obviously, whilst you're at the VIP tier on the Patreon, I will be gifting it. You won't be paying for it yourself. Thank you, sir. Let me refresh that. See if Jack's put his comment in already. Not quite yet. Oh my lord, we're advancing. Game on. 300 messages already. Good. Oh yeah, people I'm looking to sell. There's plenty of work to do, Richie. Oh, I'm gonna recall these guys because that's just gonna get annoying. We're not going to use those scouts. You guys are my scouts. 2 offers. That is an unrealistic bid. Oliver, Verdane Oliver, we have transfer listed, but I don't think Verdane Oliver would go to IK Sirius in, I want to say somewhere in Scandinavia, but I'm not exactly sure. Now, this is slightly different. Northampton are in the league above. Now, what we do when we get a bid for a player is check and see what he might have as competition at that club. So we need to have a look and see what Northampton's striking situation looks like to know exactly whether it's worth his time making that move. Now, I can have a look at Northampton's squad. Despite the fact they're in the league above, I can see them via this part of the page here, Northampton Town. They have Martin Waghorn, 64 rated, Tom Eaves, 64 rated, James Wilson, 62, Callum Morton, 62, Neo Dobson, 54. He would go in as 5th choice striker at Northampton, and I don't think that's a deal that he would want to take. So I am going to reject that bid. I'm going to reject that bid from Northampton on the basis that he would not get any first-team football at Northampton at all, and he will get plenty of first-team football with us. If Andy Cook doesn't work out for me, then he is my go-to guy, and I will have made that clear to him when I signed for the club. We will eventually, hopefully, get a real life or realistic bid for him. Budget overview, transactions. Right, player wages. Dallas has the snowman head. I'm not going to reference it until someone mentions it in the comments section and see what they say. Spend tracker. What was it? Player wages. £61,000. Am I paying £61,000 a week on wages? 58 according to this. It must be because we're paying 50% of wages of those that are in or out on loan, and it's actually registering that slightly different in-game. That's fine. Just take the in-game figure. And shirt sales are doing 20%, 25%, sorry. So 25% of 36, 18. Half of 18, £9,000. It's broken, Jamie. Live start point is broken. Ruins people's dynamic potential. You should be able to click on my username and send me a message, Jack. Let me send you a message first. Message. There we go. Bosh. There you go. You should get a notification that I've messaged you. Vertigus, thank you for the tier 1 sub for the 3rd month. It's happening! It is! Right, pre-season tournament. Oh, that one's got Cambridge in it. Well, not only does it have Cambridge in it, it's also the highest potential prize money. So I'm absolutely doing that one. That's a happy accident. New email from the Bradford board. I have set myself as unsackable, just so we get to stay at Bradford for the whole save, just for ease of use. But we are now at our pre-season tournament, so we will work our way through this. Keep an eye continually on the money coming in and out via the office tab. And we have already added one set of player wages and one set of shirt sales to our shortlist, to our spreadsheet, and we will continually look to do that every single week. Those update each week for those of you that weren't aware. So you will need to regularly check the transactions tab because Shamrock Rovers, that's a more intriguing one. Going to the Irish League in a end of career move might be quite realistic for Verdane Oliver. I will double check with my live chat before we do anything more on that front. To reiterate to you though, in the office tab via the budget overview and then transactions, this is where I'm getting all my financial data. You will need to make sure you check it once a week at least, because over time it will start to automatically remove some of the slightly older figures. It will get to a certain depth, certain amount of figures given, and then it will just start to auto delete at the bottom as new ones come in at the top. So you will need to make sure that you check this once a week, otherwise you will miss certain aspects of your financial data. And live chat are saying yes. Live chat saying yes to a bid for Verdane Oliver from Shamrock Rovers, who may well have European football to some extent in the Irish division as well. £160,000 is what my chief executive reckons is a fair offer, so I am going to take £160,000 for Verdane Oliver. He's not very good in game. I don't know anything about players in real life. Bradford fans, please let me know who are your go-to players. But he's on, I think, £4 a week for me here. So absolutely, that is going to be money saved that can be reinvested elsewhere. Our first sale. Verdane Oliver is gone to Ireland. So, where's the right spreadsheet? That one. Squad tracker, Verdane Oliver. Sales value, 160,000. Sold. Season 1. Sold to Shamrock Rovers. No longer eligible. And on my Season 1 tab, he no longer exists because he's gone. Leaves us with 2 registration slots available now and £22,700 in my wage budget. My transfer budget is now boosted by 75% of that £160,000 being made available, which is of course £120,000, as you can see there. Register £160,000 for the sale, but the change in budget is actually only £120,000 because that is the player sale retention. Bosh! Everything is working as it should do. Turns out our testing was well spent. Bye! Bye, Mr. Oliver. See you later. Toodaloo! Should have another set of wages, etc. in there as well, I think. Bradford are a big club for the level, though, HP. Remember that. And they don't have currently a very big wage expenditure. We do have another set of player wages and shirt sales, which is registered at the same level. So I can just... Lebosh. Lebosh. Thank you very much. Just because it's there doesn't mean we'll spend it, though, of course. Want to be financially astute. Don't have to spend it. There's no point spending it on players I'm not going to play because they're just going to get annoyed, aren't they? Yeah, I hired one-star coach to get rid of that task, Connor. But you can't fire that coach again, unfortunately. So we're just disregarding all of the money that is spent on that. It did indeed, Connor. You're correct. We have Cambridge in our pre-season tournament. So match day. That's my team. Actually, if I set up the training, I think I've set up the training. Should have set up the training. Should be 30-90, 30-90. It's not. Well done, Ches. You're an idiot. It's 30-90, 30-90, right? Not 90-30, 90-30. No, Jamie, you'd need the cheat engine for that. I can only change data, not graphics. Oh. Perfect, thank you, Jack. Game rage. Nice. Shirt sales. 94. What's half of 94? 47. What's half of 47? 23 and a half. Do correct me if I'm wrong with my quick maths. Potentially, Glenn, not sure yet. Oh, really? Up the fucking tonics. I'm torn. Ultimately, I'm not torn because I'm Bradford City manager, but I'm torn. I'll take it. It's actually not that much of a surprise, if I'm honest. Bradford City 3, Cambridge United 1. I will never throw a game against Cambridge, for those that would accuse me of such, especially in a competitive nature. When it comes to playing them in the league, whenever we face them in the league, unless we get promoted and they get relegated, which might be likely, I will not ever throw a game against Cambridge. If I lose to Cambridge, it's because they've genuinely been better than me and beaten me. I have not thrown the game to give them 3 points. I wouldn't do that to the club that I'm manager of. 57,000 wages spent now, of course, changed from last week, -4, because Verdane Oliver is in Ireland now. Dino, thank you for the follow, mate. $34, 17, 8.5. Yeah, sure, buddy. Oh, fuck you, man. Very much glad it doesn't exist, Jamie. That was player career mode though, wasn't it? Oh, sad. Do it off the board. It's unfortunate that we didn't win the pre-season cup. Yes, indeed it is. Very unfortunate. Sales are 19, 9.5, 9.5, 4,750, and that again, and we're making a loss for the season already. Wunderbar. Even with the sale of someone for 160 grand, we're making a loss already. Such is lower league football. Lamau. Patreon players are, of course, a part of this game and save again. They are also part of the Journeyman Save 2. I have you all on my shortlist here, and I have your careers currently tracked via a separate spreadsheet. If you would like to join the Patreon to have your character in-game, you can do so at any point during the save now. Because we're on PC with the live editor, I can add you in at any point. So say we get 3 seasons in, you're like, you know what? I would like to be in the save. Then I can add you in at any point. Of course, it's at your own financial contribution to the channel, so do bear that in mind. Please don't feel any pressure to join the Patreon at any level, especially at the VIP level, which is a sizable contribution to have your player in the game and in the save. But we have a number of you in here. Everybody looks as per their preference. There are a couple of weird ones in there. Dallas looks like that. Currently, his little figure has a snowman face. He doesn't have a snowman face in-game, for reference, for those that were wondering. And then there is also, where's Josh? Josh has a bowl cut and quite literally if I remove my face, it is very, very bowl cutty. So you can't see much. They're just two more light-hearted ones that we've gotten in there. The rest are and will continue to be more realistic. It is the Realistic Rtg, of course. So we've been tracking our finances accordingly as we've gotten this far through the save by now. We've had players go out. We've had all of our shirt sales, commercial sales come in so far. Play wages are, of course, less than they were. And at present, we have, even with the £160,000 sale of a player, made a loss so far this season of £12,750. In the lower leagues, we will tend to lose money every week, and it will be the tournament prize money and player sales that give us the chance to be positive in our opening bank balance for the next season. Until we get to the point of high attendances, which, to be fair, we could be decent with Bradford. We haven't got that far as having match tickets yet, so we might be more beneficial here than we were in the testing at Cambridge. But obviously in the lower leagues, I'm not going to get much from my player sales, and I'm not going to get much in terms of league prize money, nor am I really expected to get far in any cups to get prize money from those either. So we will be strapped for cash for the first few seasons, but that is how it should be, and that is how it will be. We've had a bid for Odua here, but that is from USL Dunkirk. No. Our youth scouts are back. Do we have any wonder kids? He's got potential of 79 with his window. I have to say no. Much as I would absolutely adore to sign Elijah Simmons, that potential window going all the way up to 94 is 19 too high. 5 to 7 playstyles for him as well. Oh no! Why did we set these rules in place? That's because we wanted to be realistic. Balls! Can't sign him either. 45 to 61 now. 68 to 94. Oh! I can sign Dave Nesbitt if I want. If we want. But at present, we're holding off, of course, until March. I remembered this time. No worries, Chris. No worries, Chris. That's me. I was reading your message. No worries, Daniel. Have a very, very good Christmas, my friend. We will see you on Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your week with the family. It might drop, but it's not going to drop by 20, is it, Hellers? Let's be honest. If it's like 79, then we'll maybe keep an eye. No pre-season prize money whatsoever. That's annoying. Right. 14-7. Right. Our season ticket sale money has been added in-game, but obviously we're not taking that figure. Why, with stadium capacity of 25,000, would the club sell 1,500 season tickets? Yes, Bradford are a big club, have been higher in the standings and don't sell out 25,000 every week. But I guarantee you they definitely have more than 1,500 season tickets. So we're going to do, for our figures, 33% of stadium capacity will be season ticket holders. And what are their season ticket prices? Bradford City season tickets, 24.25. Let's do some digging. go away.
Digging done. Bradford's real life season ticket sales for this season: $349 for an adult, $306 for a young person or a senior. What we do is take the middle figure. So effectively, we're looking at about 325 quid per season ticket at Bradford. So we will take 35% of, 33%, using that formula we did before. 33% of 25,136, and we're timesing by 325 for the season ticket price. Let me show you my formula here. So our season ticket income is £2,695,836. That is our season ticket sale money for this season. That's what we will add to the spreadsheet under season ticket sales, which will quite nicely for the time being, quite nicely for the time being, put us into the green for the season. But of course, we are very much hemorrhaging the rest of our money with regards player wages at the moment, and we are looking to improve the squad and sign more players later in the window. So I'm not going to make any player signings in this first episode because I want to see what you guys say in the comments section. What we will do now, though, is go and play Carlisle, which is happening in 3 days' time. Again, I reiterate, I will let you know what my slider settings are at the end of the episode. Bid for Bradley Halliday, Lugano, not realistic, go away. Wonder Kids do happen in real life, Ken Mark, which is where the dynamic potential kicks in. Wonder Kids aren't Wonder Kids when they're signed. They have to develop, and they will do so in save. Bradford had 15,000 season tickets last year. There you go. Connor, thank you for the 40 bits, by the way. Tell that to your mum.
Thanks, guys. We're going to get started with the questions now.
Did that, didn't I? We're ignoring the youth facilities. Yarp. Hey, Tawonga. Let's change those kits, actually.
This is how we will line up for our first match day. You will notice, actually, that Andy Cook has dropped from 65 to 64 rated already. Slight concern, but he should be fine. With the in-game settings that I'll show you in full at the end, I have got the older players declining slower. So he won't drop from 65 to like 58 in the first season. He might just drop from 65 to 62, which is manageable at this stage. Of course, that's the nature of the squad right now without any of the new signings that we hope you guys will help direct me towards in the next episode. Tactically, we're lining up in a 4-3-3 with the playstyles as you see them there. And my assignments are as you see them here. Walker and Wright, very instrumental to our set piece taking. Now then, gameplay will look significantly different to how it did in the Everton and Man United saves. It's a lot slower. It's a lot more realistic, and hopefully
will be a lot less bug-filled as well and will be significantly enjoyable. We have put quite a bit of time into testing it. I was going to do something. What was I going to do? What was I going to do? I'll check the camera. That's what I was going to do. Yeah, classic. I want to remember the name of it when we go into the game. Here we go. Oh, actually, let me just double check what footedness everyone is. Left, right, left. Right, right, right. Right, right, left, right. Good. Both wingers are left-footed. Good to know. I need to automatically set the full match intro to being queued as well. I can't remember how to do that in the settings. You guys will have to help me find it. No, I know, Jamie. I'm going to leave it there for episode 2 as well, when we record it at the weekend. Yeah, good, thank you, Callum. How are you, mate? Just wait for the in-game pop-up to show us the lineups, and we can do a piece to camera. I'd like to start the season well. Carlisle United lining up with 5 at the back. It's probably going to be something we come up against quite a bit in the lower leagues. Carlisle, a side that we should be beating, really. We have ambitions of getting out of this division within the first couple of seasons, hopefully the first year. We should be aiming for that at the very least. Carlisle, however, have recently come down from League 1 to League 2 within the last couple of years, so they're not going to be a walkover, but it's equally, hopefully, not going to be as difficult a challenge. You'll notice we're playing with a different camera angle as well now. This is the classic in-game camera angle. It's also not been edited at all. The height and zoom... Actually, no, it has been edited. The zoom is all the way at 0. The height is still at 10. For those that are curious. If you ever want to know what my camera settings, or really any of my settings in any of my saves on any of the games that we play are, then you can come join me on stream, and we have commands for that in chat. Let's see if we can build up a decent first move and have a... Whoa, how's your touch, son? Have our first chance on goal here at Bradford. Playing in the rain. Touches are going to be a bit more wayward. It is going to be more difficult to get the ball under control and build playing a decent style of football. But I have faith in these players that they will be able to do the job for us. And I'm praying for playoffs at least this season. That is the initial aim. Bobby Poynton is left-footed, so we'll get it back on that left. Deliver it looking for Cook, who flicks it on, but straight into the hands of the keeper. Decent first chance, though. That's probably going to be how we're going to have to look to use Cook in these opening stages before we end up with a better, or at least more athletic striker, potentially off the bench or through the transfer market. It's not bad at hold-up play, though. His touch was decent. 5-back is going to be a pain in the arse, though. That is a chop. Richie Smallwood. Well, why not from range? Blocked well by the defender. Sarcevic across to Johnson. His touch is a bit heavy again, but he's gotten away from the man this time. We'll lift it. And Tyreek Wright is in behind. And Wright down the left will look for Andy Cook in the middle again, who gets there this time. Gets a better connection, but nods it wide of the target. We are dominating this opening game so far. No surprise that that challenge got a yellow card from earlier. Carlisle are bottom in real life, are they? Yikes. Media prediction playoff. Harper finding the ball inside to Charters, who has options. And which is Harper again. Finding Bury in the middle. We've got numbers in the way, hopefully. And indeed we do. And a good block. And this is, well, where I was hoping Cook's physicality would come in handy. He lost it, but we have been able to work it away. Carlisle starting to threaten themselves. Having a go at getting in behind us, but they haven't quite been able to do it. And Bobby Poynton, whilst not being one of the highest rated players at the club, is certainly one of the higher potential rated players at the club. So we are going to try and utilise him as best we can. Cook! That would have been a stunning first goal. It's not to be. But so far, getting the ball out wide and getting it to Andy Cook aerially is working as a tactic. It just needs to be a bit more clinical. Maybe we try and work it on the floor to him, perhaps. Dinked forward. Fury gets there. That's wayward. Poynton is the highest potential at the club, is he? Johnson. Actually look to Cook. Let's try and bring it through. Oh, no, not with a heavy touch like that. Thank you very much. Vela to Charters. They're coming forward again here. Both our centre-backs, both our starting centre-backs, I believe, are actually on loan. At least they were when I initially set the team up. I might have changed to bring in one of our own centre-backs to start alongside Diabate, but certainly Czech Diabate is on loan from Exeter City at the beginning of this season. He's a player actually we used in the other Realistic Rtg. We purposefully signed him for free when we were at Cambridge, but here he's actually in my squad to begin with. Carlisle are trying to build, but they're not doing it very well so far. We have certainly had chances. We haven't been able to take any of them yet. Richie Smallwood might look for Cook through the gap there. Do we try him on the floor through the middle? Not quite this time. Didn't really work. Win that back though. Carlisle again loose with possession. Sarcevic shakes off the challenge of the defender and might have gone again. Looking for Cook. Is the runner going to go? He is. We'll look from in the channel. I think Walker might be offside here. He is indeed. Oh my God! And it is a shame because that would have been one hell of a way to open our Bradford City account. What a finish, by the way! Note to self, Walker can score. Christ! What a goal! Jesus wept. Charters looking for the ball through the gap. Halliday cuts it out nicely. It's supposed to go back to the keeper. It has now gone back to the keeper. Smallwood into Walker. Now, I might want to get him a little bit further forward, having seen that finish a moment ago. That was actually supposed to go to Smallwood. Never mind, it's found him. Whee! A little bit fortuitous, but we'll take it. Is Walker going to push on beyond me again? I do have him set to be... Oh, that was a terrible pass. It's Smallwood. Walker's drifted forward. Cook's with him. We'll look to play the ball into him again. Walker could maybe get it back across to him. He needed to show a little bit more strength. Bugger. Get to that, win it. Well up, Johnson. Love that. Sarcevic with an excellent first touch as well. We'll use Anthony again. Smallwood is a CDM, but willing to get forward when needed. Sarcevic will look for right. It's tackled well. If I can get this forward into a dangerous area, we could still have one more chance for half-time. We don't. I'll have a look, Marcus. I did finesse it, to be fair, so he might well have the... Yes. Hello, Mike. How are you, pal? Unsurprisingly. The match facts at half-time read favourably for us. Twice as many chances, twice as much possession as well, but not been able to find a way past the keeper legally yet. We have done it once. We just checked to see if Walker had the finesse shot trait, because that finessed effort earlier was pretty spectacular, and yes, he does. So we'll take note of that moving forward as well. I'm very much looking forward to trying to whip in some bangers with him throughout the course of this save. We'll look through that gap out wide here to Bobby Poynton. Poynton could just lay this into the path of Andy Cook. Just a little bit waylaid. Trying to be a little bit more... not necessarily tiki-taka, but a bit more ultimate football with my build-up in this second half. We tried the get it out wide, whip it into the big man tactic, which did work in creating chances, but hasn't yet worked in getting them into the back of the net. This might go back in the net, though. It has. Walker's the man! We'll go and celebrate with those away fans on the far side. He's had it in the back of the net once, he's had it in the back of the net twice, and finally, we have our 1-0 lead. Colassa! So. Not had the opportunity to try commentating in real life, bruv, no. It is probably something I would look to do or try my hand at during this career, so to speak. To maybe have a secondary career post-YouTube. Bradford's nickname is the Bantams, Marcus. Up we go, lad. Well up, Johnson. Carlisle are, according to my live chat, bottom of League 2 in real life. So as we say, they are a side that we should be looking to beat. Has to be said, though, most... Hold up in the rain. Good. Oh, terrible touch. Most of League 2 is about the same level. Apart from people that play balls like that. The top 3/4 of League 2 are not far off the bottom handful in League 1 in terms of capability and quality. It is just a case of who plays better on the day and can put together a run of good form that will challenge for promotion. We've seen a number of sides get promoted from the National League and go back-to-back from the National League to League 1. Look at Wrexham, look at Stockport. Mansfield have come up from League 2 and are doing well in League 1 in real life as well. Though Mansfield have been in League 2 for a while prior to getting to League 1. But I tell you what, we're building well again. And Andy Cook will look for something from distance here. Didn't really fancy trying to find Walker on that occasion. But knowing that he is a willing runner with his current squad role means that he's probably going to be scoring quite a few for us this season. I certainly hope so anyway. And if his namesake at the other end can keep him out, then we should be in with a shout of getting promoted this year. Just over the hour mark played now. We will probably look to make some changes sooner rather than later just to keep people fresh. We, of course, have MK Dons midweek with the Carabao Cup game on the horizon. There is the EFL Trophy to be considered this season too, although we probably won't take that cup very seriously. We never really do in saves, just as clubs do, or more accurately don't, IRL too. Working that way. It did hit a hand. We do have handballs turned on for everything other than penalties, so you will see free kicks given for handballs throughout the course of this save, as you have been seeing in all of our saves so far this year, and for a number of years now actually. I am going to make a change. We'll take Cook off and we'll bring Smith on. We've rejected a bid for him already this season. Let's find out if he's any good and worth keeping. Slightly frustrating that it looks like Walker has poor stamina, or at least stamina of 72 isn't well suited to his box-to-box role, but we might tweak that slightly and get him further forward, yet more so, I'm going to take Sarcevic off and I'm going to bring Patterson on. Patterson is a player that has pace and certainly, hopefully, some quality too. Yeah, Tom FM has worked with or done some real life commentary. I presume it went well, but I don't know whether he's still doing it. They are just shit, Jamie, yes. Scouse Car Creations, thank you very much for the follow, mate. Welcome to the channel, pal. Make just those 2 changes for now. Here come the changes. Are they going to have an instant impact? We have the opportunity to maybe get the ball into our new striker early doors. How's he touched? Not bad. Smith turns well. Has a runner. Can't quite find him. Of course, that runner was Walker. That's why he's going to run out of stamina. That's why we need the squad depth in midfield. Walker is going to be a player, evidently, that will certainly impact the game when he's on the pitch. But whether he's able to last the full 90 minutes or not, we will wait and see. Involved again here, and we'll play that into Tyreek, who can get forward here and then maybe look for Smith through a gap. Touch is decent. Doesn't have the strength to hold off Barkley, though. 20 to go. Still 1-0. Reverse pass. Harris over the top. That's a great ball. Space in behind Johnson, the fullback. Delivered well in terms of connection. Accuracy, not so much. And now that fullback is out of position. And Tyreek Wright can get forward down the left. I'll try not to make that pun too many times. We'll look for the ball into the middle. Can we get there? That might be a corner. It's a goal kick. It took us 2 years to get promoted out of League One with Cambridge last year. Then we spent 5 years in the Championship. I'd like to think we can get out of League 2 relatively quickly. We will be looking for promotion in Season 1. We're not Bromley. We are Bradford. Nice turn by Harris. Forward quickly to Bury. Richie Small's going to have to come across and get involved here. Utilise that CDM role. Runners. Here's Mellish. Jacob Mellish. Good save by Walker at the near post. First thing Carlisle have really done of any real positive note. Josh Vella will take the set piece. The first corner we faced. Kelly has won the header well. Kieran Kelly. Well done. Vella delivers again. Lavelle does get there this time, but Johnson will clear. We have managed to deal with the attack. And hopefully, with just 10 minutes to go, we can hold on for a good victory here. It's only 1 goal, but like we say, we've had the ball in the back of the net a couple of times, and we do look dangerous every time we go forward. So that is positive. It's been a really, really forward-thinking and positive first game for us here away from home. We won't, unfortunately, be taking any gate receipts, so financially we won't benefit too much, but in the league, we certainly will. Patterson, get it out wide here to right, and deliver it. That's a really good ball. Can we win the header? No. But whilst the ball is at this end of the pitch, it's not going in at the other end. Patterson, see Walker, quickly looking for the man in the middle. Advantage played for the offside that would have been given if Carlisle hadn't won it back. I think we're going to win this, dare I say. And hopefully our promotion attempt in Season 1 is starting with a 100% win record. Anyway, Underpins, hello mate, long time no see my dude. How are you, pal? Thank you for the 14th month subscribed. It's to you, sir. Do you make any more changes? Give Walker a bit of a rest. Harris is a bit quick. It's just run all the way around the outside of absolutely everybody. That was supposed to go. No, don't do it to me. Out wide to Harris. Dinked into the middle. Away, please. Well up, Kieran Kelly. He's been pretty dominant in the air. That is not great from Wright. Trying to find a teammate. And here is Bury. And we're very thankful that we've got Sam Walker in goal. Because otherwise, that would have been 1-1. Clark Odua's coming on for Jamie Walker here, who is absolutely knackered. Josh Vella with a chance for them to steal a point at the death. Will they? Maybe. Away, please. That should be the final whistle. It is. Nervy at the end, but would you expect anything else with me in charge? Carlisle 0, Bradford City 1. The promotion charge begins with a win. And hopefully, many more to come. Breathe a sigh of relief.
Questions for you.
Underpins is a VIP because of his previous charity donations, I believe. Not because he's on the Patreon.
Thank you for your time.
I've never been relegated on career mode. I'm worried that's about to change. This Ipswich team is not good. Were you, Marcus? You do surprise me. I didn't expect that at all. He subbed at tier 3 for months in advance in the past. Ah, is that what it was? That's fair. And fully deserved. I subbed at tier 3 for like 5 months in advance. Yeah, that's fair. Right. What's Paul Hansen going to say? Oh, you don't play me. You don't play me. Oh, no, Paul. It's because you can't move, mate. You've got pace of 30. I know we've slowed the gameplay down, but pace of 30 just isn't going to cut it, Paul. I'm sorry. And at 36, now pace of 28. You're not the one, my man. You're not the one. You are transfer listed for a reason, I'm afraid. I apologise. We will probably sim the game against MK Dons in the Cup and see how good we might be in a simmer against a fellow League 2 side. There you go. From Yorkshire to Carlisle, it cost £14,000 apparently. I'd like to disagree. £1,400, thank you. Even £1,400 going from here to League 2, or going from Bradford to Carlisle, sorry, is a lot of money. Right, finances updated. Let's get to that game against MK Dons, which actually is only about 3 or 4 days' time, isn't it? 2 days' time, in fact, now, as we look to plough on towards it. We're away from home again, so sadly no gate receipts for a second time in a row, but we will get 23 home games this season, so that's absolutely fine. Task expired. Oh, good. Thanks for bugging on me. We won't bother with anything else. I am going to have to rotate, though, evidently. We are going to struggle with stamina in certain areas, but that's absolutely fine. I'm going to start Patterson, I think. Johnson for Richards. Kelly for Byrne. Huntington, I'm happy to put in for a simmer because he's higher rated than some of the others, but I'm probably not going to look to do that too many times. Let's see what we can do against MK Dons. We're out of the Carabao Cup. Oh no! I'm really sad. We'll have to focus on getting promoted then, I suppose. Not to worry. Yeah, we register the travel costs at 10% as per the rules, Sam. Oh my god, it's Grimsby. Apparently it costs us 16 grand to go 3 hours down the M1. Okay, mate. You say so. I've got 1,600. Shirt sales. What was that one? Half a 19 is... Oh, 4,750. Yeah, we've done that one before. And then prize money of £6,000 for getting knocked out of the Carabao Cup. Currently, our financial situation is decent. Obviously, any money we earn this year from season ticket sales doesn't go into our transfer budget until next year, because our transfer budget is going to be 30% or whatever percentage we have it set at as the end of season budget, which currently would leave us with a £1.1 million budget for next season, which looks decent. But that certainly will change because we're going to probably bleed a bit of money throughout the course of the season with the player wages coming out as regularly as they will. And obviously they'll be going up indeed, of course, as well as we look to sign some more players. Some more players that you guys will help me try and look for. I will do... Oh, Bradbury's potential window has grown. So as it stands, I now would not be able to sign Morgan Bradbury. But Alex Finch is getting better. That's intriguing. Obviously, we are only able to sign players, youth players, in the March. So at the minute, Morgan Bradbury is going to be too good for us. No, he's not. No, he's not. 75 is my window, isn't it? 75. So yes, I could still sign him in March, as long as he doesn't grow too much further. We do still have a 65 rated player in the squad in Bradley Halliday. And for that particular thing, just in case our highest rated player is older and declining, we will take the highest rated player at the beginning of the season for that March squad intake, youth intake. And to caveat that, we will take our highest rated player at the beginning of the transfer window as the level for highest rated player for incoming players. As an example, if we had a 65 rated player that was our highest rated player, but we sold him during said transfer window and 62 rated was our now highest rated player, we would still be able to sign players up to 65 rated in that given window. But obviously in the next window, if we didn't sign anyone, that highest rated cap would be 62. It's all in flux. As we move through the season, if you're new to the RTG, Realistic Rtg, and you didn't see last year's, it will all become second nature and you'll all understand it and you'll pick it up as we go through. Best thing to do is to come and watch on stream and you can see all the ins and outs and you can ask questions in real time and get a real time answer. But that will be as far as we go for this first episode. Please do drop the video a like if you're enjoying the save and are looking forward to more of it. I would very much love to have you with this save for a very long time, because we are going to be in this save for a very long time, and it was the most well-supported save I have ever done on the channel last year. Not in terms of views overall, but in terms of viewer retention. You guys came back episode after episode, season after season. You loved it, and I love it too. For those that were waiting to see what the slider settings are, I will show you them in-game now. My slider settings are... Oh, here you go. I wanted to change that. My slider settings are as you see them here. Custom medium on. By all means, feel free to take a screenshot on your phone or on your PC. By all means, feel free to come across to the stream and type !sliders in chat. All one word, so to speak. !sliders, and the bot will reply with a screenshot and pictures of the sliders. For those that are here live at the moment, that isn't updated yet. I'm waiting till episode 1 goes live to update that. But they are the sliders that we're using. With regards to CPU sliders, we have it set to custom, and these are what we're using consistently all the time, everywhere. Don't have it set to dynamic or tactical. It really doesn't work that well. We found that these work brilliantly. They look a bit extreme, but it's because they need to be to fix the not great gameplay. I'll leave on screen some, I'll scroll through these, but I will put on screen some screenshots I took at the beginning of the save when we were setting it up, so you can see all of the other details in closer view. So that is going to be all for Season 1, Episode 1 of the Realistic Road to Glory, which is back once more, and we are thrilled. If you would like to join the Patreon to have your player in this save and the Journeyman when it starts, then by all means check the link in the description, or if you're watching over on stream, by all means do !Patreon or !Big One, because it's called the Big One Project, where we put players in the save. Again, absolutely no pressure to join whatsoever, but if you would like to, the option is there for you. It's been a great way for you guys to help support the content over the past 4 years, specifically the past 2 years when we've had these players in games, and thank you for that continued support. Those that recently joined are up on the board here. Moving forward, we will have names from the comments section on the board every episode, so do make sure you keep your comments coming in. But for now, that is all for Episode 1. I really hope you've enjoyed it. We've put 2 weeks of solid effort and grind into preparing for this save, and so far, after a 1-0 win on opening day, it feels like it's been worth it. Let's find out after match day 46, shall we? Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow with Episode 2. Or I'll see you live now on stream recording Episode 2 in the moment if you come and join me on stream. I'll see you later. Oh my god, we did it! Zata, thank you for the follow, mate. Yeah, brave is certainly the right word, Steve. Huddersfield could be an affiliate club, do you think, Michael? Potentially. They are in League One, though, and they are a relatively direct local rival. What's that? Oh, that's an hour and... Oh, yeah, never mind. I just confused myself. How to spreadsheet part 3, and then this is RTG 1. Oh my god, we did it. We actually did it. We've finally recorded an episode of the RTG. Can you Adam and Eve it? Right, now we need to make Jack, don't we? Because he's been very kind enough to join the Patreon. He's left his comment. Now we need to create Jack and pop him in the save. So let me get Sophie for back up. Give you some background music whilst we do it. We will add Jack to this save and to the... pardon me. To the... My brain died! Journeyman save as well. So we're going to use Sagolsem Bigashsim. Sagolsem. Hello, sir. Right, and then we get Jack's comment up. I bring the chat up as well so I can see you guys. Bradford and Huddersfield definitely have a rivalry, yeah. Mainly just clothes and toys, Jamie, as you might imagine. Right, basic info. Jack is going to be a right wing, left wing. Not left wing, right wing. That's fine. Right wing. Left wing. None. Squad number 11. English? Jack, are you still here? I think you're still here, aren't you? What would you like your playstyle plus to be as a left winger? Your options are inside forward, wide playmaker, or winger. If you're still here. Happy holidays, Aiden. Hope you're well, mate. Good to see you, dude. think Jack's still here because he went, "Oh my God, Grimsby!" I'll set it as winger for now, just in case Jack isn't here, and then we'll come back to it in a moment if he responds in chat. Episode 1 in the books. That has been a long time coming, hasn't it? A very long time coming. Right-footed. Birthday. Oh, 10th of March. That's handy. And we put 2006, so that everyone's the same age or similarly aged in game. Attribute-wise, make you about 55 or 52 to 55 rated-ish. Power. Jack left. No worries. Thank you, Underpins, for confirming. Save. Did Jack say he was leaving and I just missed it? Let me scroll up a bit. Oh yeah, right, cheers. I'm going out for tea with my family. Hope you have a wonderful Christmas. See you on the weekend. Thank you, Jack. Oh, you've just copied. Thank you, Underpins. I had a little scrolly route. Scrolly woot. 5'8". Oh, it's on 68 kilos already. That's handy. Chat, what's 5'8" in centimeters? Thank you. Brown eyes. We'll go brown rather than dark brown. Untucked shirt. Mullet. He wants the mullet. Go average socks. 172. Take a gin. Good to see you, mate. Light brown hair. Caucasian 2. Let's see what the mini face looks like. It's not really light brown, that, is it? I don't know if I can get any lighter. What medium brown look like? I guess it was kind of... It was lighter than that, anyway. Yeah, it's lighter than that. Right, what was the mullet? I think it was 60. Was it 60 something? Mullet, where are you? Again, I'm using this. I thought it was 60 something. It must be, no, it's definitely not. Shout in chat if you see the mullet. Can he find the captain? I only know this because I've been shopping for a coat recently. Lol. I'm sure it was relatively early on, the mullet, wasn't it? Oh, mullet, where are you? Never have I been so desperate to find a mullet before in my life. Hurts your eyes, doesn't it, scanning through this? $94. 94! 95. It's 95. Thank you. Well spotted, Zach. Old eagle-eyed Zachary over there. 95. There we go. There's the old mullet. Right. Transfer. Terminate loan. Transfer. He wants to go to Grimsby. Unsurprisingly, being a Grimsby fan. Finalise transfer. Right, that is going to be Jack in this save. Then we need to go and create him in the Journeyman save. Boom, 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 boom. George saw it as well. Well spotted, George. You spotted it in the YouTube chat at pretty much the exact same time that Zach did. Karana Blasters, what a team. What a team. Go back out. Go him. Add him to the shortlist. You have to reload the save to get someone to. Oh, what a chess. Check Thornton, there we go. Adds to the shortlist. I don't know why it does that, because my mouse is over here. My mouse isn't on the game, it's just scrolling left. Kind of annoying. Kind of annoying, that. Come on. Anytime you see a mullet, you think of Oz. Yeah, same. You've actually got a jersey of Kerala Blasters. Unbelievable, Jeff. Now we need to create Jordan again. Not Jordan, Jack. And then send him on a random team. Keeps the face though, which is handy. Jack Thornton. We need to add him on the spreadsheet as well, won't we? English. He was number 11. Birthday was the 10th of March. Born 2006. 92 potential. 4-star right foot. Tribute wise, we went. Did we go 50? 55 there, can't remember. Might have been just 50. It's so tricky to try and get 50. There we go. We went 55 here. And then 50. Come on. There's the little couple of pixels to the couple of pixels to the left. There we go. That was light brown 95. Occasion 2. 172. Brown. I just gave him normal socks. There you go. Save. Terminate loan. So it's just generate the minute, delete any face to generate the minute, just in case I've done something wrong. I don't think I have. It should look exactly the same. It does. Transfer player and random team. Servette. Jack is going to play for Servette. Thornton, right wing, 54. Servette. In that one, and then in this one. He was 55 and it wasn't the right wing. Going for 10. Sort, custom sort. That one, please. Bush should now be. Oh, fucking twatches. Jay Campbell, thank you very much for subscribing with the brand new Prime Gaming sub, mate. It's very good of you. Thank you for following as well. Appreciate it, mate. There you go. He's gone up here to the right wingers. Did it the right way around here because Evidently I'm only half a moron, not a whole moron. Nobody in here. Fan dabby dozy, look at that. Right. And we can save. Journeyman. Save. Journeyman. Reload, add him to the shortlist, save again. And Dunzo. Honestly, Michael, the team played really well. So in terms of where I'd want to improve the team, in terms of that starting lineup, they all played pretty well, to be honest. So there wasn't any glaringly obvious area where you'd say we needed to sign someone. Cook wasn't spectacular, but he wasn't bad either, by any stretch. Be quite happy with Cook for the first season. Right. Chat, that is us for today. Just make sure. Oh, actually, I need to add Jack on here. Did I add Jack on here? I didn't, did I? Did I add his VIP badge as well? I did. Jack _ GTFC. And he messaged me. So I know what to put there. And the Realistic Rtg is underway. Unbelievable Hefe. We did it, chat. We actually did it. Right. Let me stop the music so I can actually talk to you without it going round and round in my ears. That is me for Christmas. Please have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas time with your family. I will be back on Sunday where we will record episode 2 of this save. We will maybe get to episode 1 of the Journeyman, but we'll probably record episode 2 and 3 of this save first before we then record the Journeyman. But, tweet me back. But genuinely, Les, thank you so much for your support. We will be live again before the new year, so I won't say thank you for your support for all of 2024. But it'd be great to see you next weekend as well. But have a wonderful Christmas, all of you. And hopefully all of your teams win, unless you're playing Cambridge United, in which case, fuck off. Happy Christmas, guys. Appreciate your support. Thank you so much. I will see you on Sunday for some more. Don't eat too much. Don't drink too much. But probably do both.